I think 6 hours away, 5 or 6 hours away, something like that. It's far, I know. But I think going to Laguna Seca is totally worth it. You learn so much about a car's handling characteristics. It opens your eyes to what your car can do. And quick pit stop right here. We have the GT500 in its natural habitat. Now, American Muscle would not be running if it wasn't for this. Chevron oil pumps all over the place out here. I think it's a Chevron. Yeah, Chevron right there. Man, this is just so funny. I guess the 4 miles per gallon to get on track, this is where they come from right here. Okay, so here we are. We have made it. We got the C8 Corvette and 2020 Shelby GT500. This is going to be so exciting. I mean, having both these cars at this racetrack, how can it get any better than that, really? I don't think it's ever been these two cars side by side being compared out here, at least. I can't wait to see what the magazines do as well, thinking about that. But here's what we're going to do today. I get so many questions and comments asking me, what do I think, which one is the right track car to get? Would I rather have the C8 Corvette or the 2020 Shelby GT500? So today, I want to show you how they compare side by side, that being the handling and also which one is easier to drive. We did this once at Willow Springs Raceway, but this is a very different track. That being, we have tons of slow speed corners and high speed corners and bursts of straightaways, right? So it should balance both cars out. I think Willow Springs really favors the high speeds in high speed corners, but I think the GT500 here should be a complete blast. Honestly, just thinking about it. I'm gonna get inside of it. Hopefully I can stay on the throttle going all the way up turn 1 where the hump is, right? Going all the way down. I wonder what kind of speeds we're gonna hit, because this car, honestly, 760 horsepower, again with a DCT. And yes, this is not the track package. I should get that car. It's getting built. But if I close this up, as you can see, we have the gurney flap for the extra downforce in the rear, and we have the side splitter wickers. Excuse all the noise right now. I know it gets pretty loud. But coming this way, we have the PS4 tires with the 15.5-inch brakes in the back. And then coming this way, we have the 16.5-inch rotors up front. These are by far some of the biggest brakes I have ever seen. Look at these things. This should stop really well, honestly. And you know what? Since we do have this car, I've got to pop the hood, right? Because that's just like the glorious part about it. And here we go. The 5.2 liter Predator V8, 760 horsepower again, and 625 pound-feet of torque versus 495 horsepower. Major difference. However, we're going to see if the mid-engine balance makes this a better track car for your average track enthusiast compared to the Shelby GT500. Which one am I actually faster in on this kind of track? And which one is easier, more confidence-inspiring to drive? Plus, which one is more fun? Obviously, as you'd expect, being mid-engine now, all this extra weight put in the back of the car helps put down the power. So whenever I'm exiting corners with the C8 Corvette, I'm able to get in the power so much earlier. Look at that though. Look how amazing that looks. And right to the left, we have the transmission pushed right underneath, well, behind the engine, right next to the rear wheel. So all this extra weight, again, should help a lot. Here we go. First off, we're in the C8 Corvette right now. About ready to go on track. We want to know how much, if I'm quicker in the GT500 or the C8. These two are probably some of the hottest cars in the market that you can consider. Okay, so here we go, getting out on track. It's a bit dirty, it seems like. Got a lot of rocks. What happened? Right away, the brakes, everything needs to be warmed up. Okay, the tires. Tires are real cold. Ooh, the brake bite is amazing in this car. Okay, I can feel the grip. driving I've done in a long time, and it's just fast. The thing is just so fast. I'm out of breath, aren't I? As soon as I get inside the C8 Corvette, it feels like an extension of me. The steering is precise, the brake bite is there. The best way I can put it is that this car communicates with the driver so well. Now let's hop into the GT500 and see how this thing compares back to back. It should be a very different, well, a completely different ride. We have way more power, and this car is going to be front engine versus mid engine. I have to make sure to completely change my driving style. However, we are under a timetable. We only have 10 minutes of track time at Laguna Seca with the new 2020 GT500. My first ever time tracking this car on this track. The issue is that there are so many crashes going on early in the day that all the sessions got a bit messed up. Okay guys, here we go on track with the 2020 GT500 at Laguna Seca Raceway. Well, this is gonna be so much fun. on this car. The way this car handled this track just now, this car can corner hard. Lap after lap, look how close these two cars are. Same driver, same day. Well guys, so you have that's a quick honest comparison between the new 2020 Shelby GT500 and the C8 Corvette. There is no substitute. I am just in shock right now. Both these two cars are weapons in their own way. I mean, the C8 Corvette, without a doubt, I think it handles better in the bends and the corners than the GT500, but the brakes of the Shelby, I mean, you can stop at any speed, just lightning fast. It gives you pure confidence the entire time. Plus, that power exiting corners. I didn't know this car could hook that well. I'm so used to taking this car to Willow Springs. It's a very different kind of track. This track shows you all the characteristics of a car. And driving the GT500 out here, I want to get back out here again and keep driving it, because that's how thrilling it is. The power, the G-forces, you're just flying back in your seat, the DCT, the noise it makes. I think the Shelby is such a good track car, but out here, it is hooked up and it's planted. I can go full throttle over the hump. Full throttle, and the car, it digs down and it goes. And here we go, my honest opinion. These two cars, they really are neck and neck. If you got either one, you'd be so happy when it comes to tracking. They do it so well. The brakes in the Shelby are amazing. The handling of the C8 Corvette, with the engine being behind you, you can get on throttle so early, you would think it's not even possible, but it'll put down that power. So basically, this is more like a go-kart, right? This is more like that speed machine, that power. It's kind of like the 720S in that regard. It's got so much power, it just propels you and bursts to each corner to corner. Overall, though, I was faster in the C8 Corvette. However, I think if I were to track the new GT500 out here for more sessions, I only got one session with this car, I think I would be able to put down even faster laps with this car. I'm not sure if I could beat the C8. It's just the C8 handles so well in the corners that it's just a dream to drive. It really is. A balance it has. Yes, it still has 4-piston brakes. I would prefer 6-piston. After when you drive the GT500 and use those brakes, those 16.5-inch brakes, it's kind of hard going back, right? The balance and the lightness out of the C8 Corvette make it just so much fun on the track. As of today, I honestly can't choose between either one, because the excitement they give you, I think Ford nailed it and Chevy nailed it, and I cannot wait to get our carbon fiber track back, because we may even beat our time with the C8 Corvette, that being 139. Imagine the Shelby GT500 right here, but with the track pack's aero, that being the huge GT4 style rear wing, and the lower ride height, the stiffer tuned suspension for track use. This is just really the starting point with it. The track pack is, well, it's the GT500 made for the track. In the handling pack, it feels like it's already a track car. So I think Laguna Seca, you take a car here and it really shows you its characteristics, its personality, and man, I was confident in the GT500. I just wanted to go faster and faster, and I wasn't afraid of the tail kicked out or if it got a bit squirrely here and there. It was just fun. Overall, if you want that 720S type experience in a Mustang for a track car, get the GT500. The acceleration, you can put down that power in straightaways and that burst from corner to corner. It's next level. I'm just gonna say it's next level. The C8 Corvette is like your traditional, I'd say it's like a GT3 RS, that kind of vibe, meaning it's a balanced track car. It's got good power, it accelerates hard, and it's just a thrill. It makes you want to better yourself as a driver. With the GT500, you're just along for the thrill ride. You can use force and aggression with this car, and you can throw it in any corner you want. The front end grip is always there. You feel connected to the chassis. You know what the tail end is doing. Anyways, thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button. It really does help me out, and subscribe for much more great GT500 and C8 Corvette content. I will see all of you in the next episode.